describing the distribution of rubber producing countries indicate the major environmental issues faced by them. Question is about rubber. What is rubber? We know, like we'll be introducing rubber. Then, as I always tell, create a blueprint in your mind how to generate points. First part of the question is distribution of rubber producing countries. Then second part is the environmental issues associated with it. Okay. Now distribution of rubber producing countries. Start from Southeast Asia because they are the largest producers of rubber. Talk about Thailand, Malaysia, etc. And from Southeast Asia you can move to South Asia. Okay. South Asia means what? India, etc. India, Sri Lanka, etc. So Southeast Asia. Then we came westward to South Asia. Then again go westward to Africa. Okay. We know that Africa in Liberia-like countries are having the largest rubber plantations. Then from Africa again go westward to South America. Okay, you can know that. So you know that South America is the native of rubber trees. Then from South America go towards the top. That is Central America, Mexico, etc. is like leading in that particular area in rubber production. Now we will be talking about the environmental issues. First of all, when there is a plantation has to be set up by cutting the forest, so deforestation. And when forest cover is removed and plantation is setting up, to grow the plantation they will be spraying pesticides and fertilizers, etc. So that will be leached towards water body. So for loss of forest cover, then plantation is creating pesticides and like fertilizer leaching to water bodies. Then apart from the water body like damage, it is also damaging the soil because you know like continuous monoculture is creating the depletion of nutrients. We know that crop rotation kind of thing is essential for conserving soil nutrients. Then as the soil is damaged, obviously the biodiversity will be damaged because many species are getting affected because of the loss of forest cover, water bodies, soil degradation, etc. Then we talked about land, we talked about water. Now we have to talk about gas. That is, when forest cover is removed, the entire stored carbon will be released into the atmosphere. So greenhouse gas emission. So all these impacts will be affecting like the indigenous communities living out there. So talk about their aspect as well. This is where how we have to move from point to point. In like countries like Brazil, where big plantations are there, the indigenous people will be displaced from their land and there will be always tussle. Then conclude suitably. So we will be moving towards the answer. So just say about rubber. Okay, rubber is known as, if you know this, you can like write this scientific name, that is Hevea brasiliensis. It is playing a global crucial role in the economy. Like we know that like latex is used for like textile industry or like manufacture of car sheets and all, car seats and all. Then it is also used in the rubber tire products and many other things. So you can talk about that even in many industrial applications, conveyor belts, like everything. So you can introduce in that way. Then since it is also having the second part, like mentioned in the introduction as well, that part as well, it is having economic benefits, but it is not free of environmental challenges. Then the first part, as I always say, begin that first part, you can like start with a keyword. Okay, Southeast Asia. You mentioned what are the countries. Okay, Thailand, Indonesia, like Vietnam, Malaysia, etc. are the leading countries. Thailand and Indonesia are consistently like the top producers globally. Then Southeast Asia, we came westward to South Asia. That is India and Sri Lanka. In India, Kerala is the leading state. Then you can talk about even westward, that is Africa. You just remember some country names in Africa that will be useful in many other answers as well. That is Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Liberia, etc. Like Liberia has world famous plantations owned by a company called Firestone Tire Trading Company. Okay, they are having these Liberian plantations. Then from Africa we are moving to South America, like even westward from Africa, that is Brazil, Guatemala, etc. are the leading countries. And you can say that okay, Brazil obviously is the native of like rubber tree. From there British took that to India, etc. So you can talk about that. Then we are moving up to Central America, that is Mexico. Okay, Mexico has steadily increased rubber production over the recent years, that you can tell. Then environmental issues, we talked about the deforestation in countries like Thailand and Indonesia, etc. Vast tracts of rainforest, because these are equatorial regions, right? So there will be huge rainforest that will be cleared for rubber plantation for the selfish interest of the people. So that's impacting biodiversity. Then use of fertilizers and pesticides can lead to runoff, like reaching the local waterways, etc. So apart from water pollution, soil degradation as well. So like continuous monoculture can deplete the soil nutrients, make the soil less fertile over time. Then all this impact is affecting the like biodiversity, because like when there is a forest, it will be the habitat of many species, but rubber trees can be habitat of very few number of species. So it is leading to decline in the biodiversity of wildlife population. Then greenhouse gas emission. Obviously, when you are damaging the biodiversity and deforestation is being done, that is releasing the stored carbon in the soil, that is causing greenhouse gas emission and global warming. Okay. Then obviously all these impacts are affecting the indigenous communities. So talk about them. In regions like Brazil, the rubber plantations have led to land conflicts with indigenous communities. Okay, their traditional lifestyles will be disrupted and people will be intruding into their lives and they will be displaced from that place to some other place. So you can say that by concluding, while rubber production remains vital for the global industries, okay, we should strike a balance between economic growth and environmental stewardship. That is like we acting as a guardian. So that is imperative for the sustainability of rubber producing nations. So when something is attached to the environment or technology, etc., you end in a futuristic way. Okay, thank you.